Today, I am going to show you guys how to set up an Avea EST it and check the compliance of the tubing as well. So this is what your supply consists of. So when it's packaged, this is what it looks like. When it's open, this is what it's gonna look. This is what you have inside of that one package. You have your Fisher-Paykel and you have your vent tubing. Then you have your temperature probe. This is what it looks like when it's packaged. This is what it looks like when it's opened. Then you have your expiratory filter. This is what it looks like when it is packaged. And this is what it looks like when you open it. Okay. Then for your inspiratory, you're gonna need a filter. This is what it looks like when it's open and in the package. Then you have the inhalation water. I didn't open it, but you would spike it right here, okay? And then you have your Ram's cannula. And this one should always be by the Fisher-Paykel, okay? Okay, you guys. So this is our neonatal ventilator. This is called the Avea. I am going to show you now how to assemble it. So my reference point is I always start with the Fisher-Paykel. Something I want you to be mindful of is if you remove this cap, you will not be able to pass your EST test. If you did remove this cap, all you have to do is just spike your water bag and the problem will be solved, okay? So I put my Fisher-Paykel on. Then I will start with my expiratory filter. They have an arrow here, by the way, okay? See the arrow? So you know what to do. And this should always be closed because you won't pass your EST test as well if this is open because it will sense a leak. Then I am going to start with my inspiratory filter. So this is my inspiratory filter, and this is the short tubing that comes in the package. So this is inspiratory right here. This goes here, and the fat end goes here. It fits into the Fisher-Paykel, okay? This is still your inspiratory. This is the blue. So you see how this has a prong, a 3-prong, and then on your expiratory it has 2 prongs. Okay. So that's where I'm putting the temperature probes and stuff, okay? So this is blue. It's gonna go on the other side of the Fisher-Paykel. And your expiratory limb is going to go where your expiratory limb is, all right? So that does it for just the circuit. Now we'll assemble our probes, okay? Okay, so now this is going to go over here. Okay, see that? It fits in. It's like a lock and key. You can mess this up. And then this will go to your longer limb, your inspiratory limb. Okay. So this long one, temperature probe, is going to go to your inspiratory limb. And what we do here is, so it doesn't drag on the floor, we just like wrap it like this across, like this. So it's not like dragging on the floor, you know, and then it's gonna go here. So be mindful that it has to be in the inspiratory limb, okay? So, and then you have your yellow. Remember the prongs I showed you, right? So this is for the 2, and then this is for the 3. So you have your temperature probe here in the inspiratory limb. This is your expiratory limb. Okay. And then you have one here. And these are your probes. Okay. So this is how it goes. You have your room air and you have your oxygen. Make sure that it's on the PSI and not the flow meter, okay? All right, so that's nice and snug. And then you have your on and off switch here, all right? So you have your oxygen and you have your air running through the flow meter. Okay, so now that we assembled the Avea, I'm gonna show you how to do the EST test, okay? So you come to the back and you wanna turn your ventilator on. You're gonna choose new patient, patient accept. Then you're gonna go to neo, size accept. Then you're going to click EST. You can silence this now once you choose. It says remove the patient. There's no patient here. This is our equipment room. It says block patient circuit Y. So this little blue cap here, if you don't have it and you lose it, that's fine. You can just occlude it with your hands, okay? So I'll put back the cap and then you are going to click continue. And it's gonna do its thing. Perfect. So we passed that part of our test, okay? So now we are going to click continue. And then it's gonna say, let's just silence that. It's gonna say setup accept under EST. So you're gonna click setup accept. Then you are going to come over to this screen where it says mode, and it will bring this up. You will choose nasal CPAP IMV, okay? And then it's gonna say mode accept. You have to accept the mode. So once you accept, it would come to this screen and it would give you some direction. It says to discontinue the patient. Like I said, there's no patient here. It says discontinue expiratory limb of circuit at Y. So this is your expiratory limb. So you will disconnect your expiratory limb, and then you are going to click continue. Perfect. Now it says leave patient disconnect, right? No patient. Reconnect the expiratory limb. So I will reconnect the expiratory limb. And then it says nasal CPAP device must remain attached to the Y. So I will remove this cap, right? You can pass the test like this as well, but you want to test your cannula, you know? So we will take the Ram's cannula and we will attach this, because this is what's going to go to the baby, the nasal cannula, okay? All right. So now we're gonna click continue. And it's gonna do its thing. And that's it. The calibration was successful. So you would go to screen and then you would go to standby, and yes, because